Buon pomeriggio a tutti.
Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to this new format of award-winning ceremony, Premio Panbianco Le Quotabili. So we are talking about the 15th edition. We have a very big audience. Maybe there are some of you who don't know this event. This is a prize, is a kind of analysis that we have developed 15 years ago, and the name is Le Quotabili. We are not talking about companies that won this prize and then they must be at the stock exchange, but because we are talking about companies that are excellent companies with with excellent performances, so they are really attractive. So this name was kept over the years. First of all, a couple of words about the method. This prize is based on quantitative parameters, so we have no jury. So we are talking about the last financial statements, the last 3 years, 2017, 2018 and 2019. And we put together some data from these balance sheets just to give a score to the performance of the company. So the benchmarks are known to most of you: growth, profitability based on EBITDA. These are the most important factors, as you know, but then we also have the market range and also the control of distribution, internationalization standards and level. So all the parameters that are taken into account in a company when it comes to giving a score to the performance of the company. This year we also introduced a couple of new things. First of all, something that deals with the sector. So something specific on the sector, fashion, design and beauty, but we also have wine, since we think that these four worlds together can represent the Italian lifestyle made in Italy, so they are very, very strong. And we are talking about worlds that are very much interconnected with each other. And the other one is linked to a new category. For each of these sectors, we also have the small cap category. So turnover less than 450 million euros. The other ones more than 50 million euros as turnover. Small cap, so we are talking about the stock exchange, and we are at the stock exchange, so these are perfect companies for AIM. And let's start with the design. So Barbara Lunghi, she's head of primary market in Italy, and she will give the prizes, even if award prizes, even if due to COVID we cannot exchange the prizes physically, I mean. So welcome, Barbara. You have the floor.
Eccoci.
Here we are. So this is the first time I see this video. It's a kind of institutional video. Yes, it's just to wish us good luck about this prize as well. Yeah, that's true. So we started working on this prize many years ago. So it's something that is very important to us. Every year we try to go forward, and these are just small details. But I think, well, how did the stock exchange lead this kind of events in terms of the evolution of assets on the stock exchange, etc.? It was quite difficult, I have to say, a very complicated period. But during the shutdown period, the markets were corrected, but gradually all the assets went better, and we tried to anticipate also the expectations of the future as well. So this year this prize was organized, and this award winning ceremony. So in 2019 we had many companies, and we asked ourselves what will happen in 2020. But this is a kind of signal that want to give us more courage and make us braver, etc. So we are talking about the need of the stock exchange. So we want more resilient companies with a bigger income, etc., that are also able to face the crisis with a lot of inputs coming from investors, etc. So sometimes also the business model must be changed with a new vision, a long-term period, long-term vision, sorry. This is what happened this year also in the big sector, but also lifestyle, consumer, all the worlds that are represented here. So we are talking about very different sectors. After some years of growth, and this was quite satisfying, this sector also underwent a lot of difficulties. We also had some potential growth factors in 2020, but some of them came to a still stand. Other companies took this opportunity to speed up their growth and investments. Also, due to the current situation, as I told you before, we had this new upcoming need for more solid companies that are able to buy other companies, to invest money. So they are just able to take the opportunities they have. And they really faced properly the emergency situation, but they also changed their business models. We also heard about the impact of digital technologies, sustainability to attract new investments. So all these companies are facing this period with this kind of will, so bringing about innovations within their business model. So I think that these companies can also get closer to the stock exchange, and maybe in the next quarter, or I don't know, maybe in the future. But it's something that makes sense. We wanted to put it within our strategic framework, and in order to start new steps. And then, you know, there are some companies coming to me and they say that we want to be quoted on the stock exchange, and they don't want to say that. But I say, yeah, I'm so sorry about that, because I would like to see all of them on the stock exchange. That's my dream. Sometimes it happened. I think that this is quite a unique period, because the stock exchange, this is a kind of pathway, an option that is quite important for many companies, since they have market opportunities, a lot of different market opportunities. So they need a specific approach and culture to assets and equities, etc., etc. So I think that they can be good for these companies. Now I would like to move on to the first prize, that is to say, yeah, we do have a video, sorry. So we can take a look at the short list of the 3 companies, design companies that are shortlisted.
Design Holding.
Design Holding. So the CEO of Design Holding, Gabriele del Torchio. I would like to call him on stage.
C'è un video.
We do have a video, so most companies have made a video as well.
Gabriele, noi
Gabriele, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome here. So, first of all, well done and congratulations on this prize. I think that you are a very excellent company within this sector, within our sector. I mean, so 1,700 employees. So we are talking about quite an important structure, right? Yes, for sure. So we are very glad to receive this prize today. So thank you for awarding us this prize. And so I wanted to answer a provocation about the quoted the companies. This holding was set up at the end of 2018. We are like newborns. We have to go a new pathway to develop, to further develop, to grow, etc., etc. But also new purchases and internationalizations, which is also very important. So who knows, maybe one day we will meet in this place just to celebrate something different. That's very good, very, very good. So quotations and listings. So this was just a kind of remark. Our funds have always had a very clear trend, so they had to support us during our growth and then maybe be listed or quoted on the stock exchange just to become a public company, maybe. I don't know. And I think that this is very important objective and significant objective. Yeah, this sector is worth being represented on the stock exchange. That's true. We met in July here, as you were our guest during the summit in July. We are at the end of the year. Yes, I am a very usual customer. I'm always here. I'm a kind of habitué. We were at the middle of the year. We were after the first shutdown, the hard phase, let's say, but we are going through another phase. So we can take stock of this year, maybe, which was a different year compared to the other ones. How did you leave all that, your group? What were the main difficulties? Is there any room for improvement? Yes, this is a very relevant question. So we are getting closer to the end of the year 2020, very complicated year. That's completely true. But we do have new scenarios. So at the beginning we did very well as designer company. In January, in February we got a lot of new inputs and a boost. So they showed that the Italian and the European design, they had a lot of potential and room for growth, etc., etc. So just to give a boost to our size of the top line and also creativity as well. But unexpectedly, like out of the blue, we had this kind of crisis that broke out. The first shutdown, I don't want to think there will be another one, a second one, but we are going through a complicated month of December. What did we do, or what have we been doing? We were worried, and that's true. Our companies, our plants were closed and shut down. Our distribution networks all over the world were changed. So there are people going through the crisis that have undergone the crisis, overcome the crisis, etc., etc. So it's even difficult to meet customers and clients. So we tried to face the crisis in the most suitable way, in our opinion. We tried to reduce the costs as much as possible. We also thanked the government for giving us the help we needed. In Spain, we are also representing Spain. They also reduced the workforce costs when the companies and the plants were shut down, were closed. But we had something in mind. I mean, something that is positive, like kind of trust for the future. We are confident because we are cutting down costs, and except for two aspects, these are two exceptions: innovation of products, because in our opinion product is irrelevant, is a significant product. So our competitors choose us because the Italian design is able to innovate itself and also to cater to the needs of customers and to interpret also the needs of the customers. So we do have a lot of 50 architects and designers designers that are giving value to our products. And then also technological innovation, the production cycles of factories. We wanted to lay the foundations for more growth in the future. Well, the first shutdown has come to an end, luckily, and we are seeing very interesting things. First of all, maybe there are so many people all over the world that were obliged to live at home, and this was kind of food for thought for us. So the quality of household life. So in the past we neglected houses, or maybe we didn't neglect our households, but we wanted to go to the restaurant, we wanted to eat out, we wanted to go on holiday, etc., etc. So we tried to, or we tended to forget the awareness of having the pleasure of being at home. And that's why we had an increase in the interest we had in the second 6 months concerning households, life at home, etc. We had an increase in the turnover. So we kept growing also in terms of orders for furniture, but also for furnishings, lights, etc. So everything is going well. Another important component, are contracts and contractors. Here we had a very strong decrease everywhere, hospitality sector, but also retail sector, the big chains of shops and stores with new points of sales, etc., etc. So they started reducing all the investments, so the standards went down, and all these had an impact on our slowing down, let's say. But what is positive here is that no important project was cancelled. All the projects stayed there, and they will be, I wish we will do it, they will be implemented next year. And yeah, we are talking about long-term projects, so we have to give a new boost to all these machines and start them again. At the end, or in the end, I think we will also be able to reduce losses in terms of turnover, maybe 1-digit loss, close to 2-digit loss, like 8-10, yes, something like that, roughly 8-10% loss. But apparently the short month, which is a longer month for companies and businesses, it depends on what will happen in the next few months. But we have very good assets, and the portfolio of orders that is quite solid. So I think that 2021 could be the year in which we will have first kind of getting better, and this is something that is for us, which is very good for us. So a kind of recovery. And vaccines, yeah, this is a very important and topical issue. And what the lady here said about the ability to anticipate the expansion of the stock exchange assets, we are very confident. We put a lot of trust. We place a lot of trust. So thank you. Thank you very much, Gabriele, for all these inputs. We hope that your words will be implemented as well, and that next year will be better than this one, and the next one even better than next one. So I can't give you the prize. I can give you the plate, but I think that you can show it and the prize that you are being given. Thank you.